So most homes in the West Valley are taking almost 2 months to go under contract. But this house
And this home went under contract the very first weekend we went live. And not just that, we went under contract at 102% of asking price.
So in the West Valley, homes are taking anywhere between 65 and 75 days to go under contract, depending on pricing, condition, strategy. So the fact that a house sold the first weekend and went live is a little rare right now.
And homes here in Tolleson are taking anywhere between 56 and 69 days on average before they get an offer. So again, it all depends on the strategy you're utilizing to get your house out there.
So usually when a house sells very quickly and for top dollar, there's a strategy behind it. Not too far away from here, I would say like around half a block, there's a home, same floor plan, very similar condition, and it also went under contract the first weekend. It actually just closed a couple days ago. The big difference is that they closed $30,000 less than what we were about to close. So it's not just about pricing it low. One of the price strategies that we utilize that makes a huge difference and most agents are not even aware of is price bracketing. If you think about it, when you look through Zillow or any of the websites and you start looking at homes, you're gonna find homes at $349,000, $399,000, $499. But the reality is that we normally look for homes in brackets. When you're qualified for a specific amount, you'll look in brackets between 400 and 450 or 350 to 450. So when you start putting weird random numbers, you might not show up on every single home search. So you might not be exposing your house to as many people. So for example, this house was priced at $350,000. We got exposed to people looking between 350 to 300 to 350, 350 to 400, and every other search in between. So we were able to increase the exposure of how many people were looking for this home.
Now, the second thing we do is strategic open houses. You might ask, like, what's the difference between a strategic open house and just a regular open house? And there's a big difference because I've been in the industry for quite some time and I've been invited to open houses or to do open houses in different agents' listings, and they just want somebody to stay in the house so they don't have to do it and allow people to just walk through the house and show it. And that way you show the seller that you're doing something to try to sell their house. Now, what I do differently is have a specific purpose. And that purpose is to gather as much data from potential buyers, neighbors, looky-loos, people that just drove by, saw the sign, and they're just curious. So that information allows us to see, are we priced right? Is there anything we need to change? Is there like a little smell people are sensitive to in the house? Is there anything that makes people not want to put an offer? Things in the ceiling. It might tell the potential buyer that there could be a roof leak. Maybe there's not a roof leak, maybe there was a leak on the AC pan, which created the leak, and they're thinking that there's bigger issues. So anything like that is great on the open house, and it allows us to make sure if we're priced right. It allows us to see who are the most serious buyers if they stop by for the open house. It also allows us to create social proof. Now, I put the house for sale starting the week. However, I don't allow anybody to go see it until the open house. And that takes us to the next thing, scarcity. Because you have everybody walk in, it creates competition among potential buyers, and they feel a little anxious and they want to make sure that they put their best foot forward. It also creates social proof that your home is desired. If somebody walks into your house or comes in at a random time and doesn't see any cars parked ready to go see it, they might think that they have an option at maybe lowballing your house or submitting an offer that is a little bit lower. So that's why when you create a strategic open house where you're gathering data, you're creating social proof because there's a couple people in the house when the potential buyer stops by. It also creates scarcity because they want to win the bid, so they know, again, they have to put their best foot forward.
And that's usually when strong offers start coming in. Now, let's say that you haven't even considered selling your house, and making a huge move like that might not make sense. That's perfectly fine. But if you've asked yourself, if I sell my house, would it sit on the market for a long time? Is there a strategy that can actually get my home sold quickly? And how can I make sure I get top dollar? Then those are conversations worth having before you even consider listing your house. So if you're selling your house in Glendale, Phoenix, or any of the cities in the West Valley, understanding your buyers is very important. And if you'd like to talk about strategies like understanding your demographics, price bracketing, creating scarcity, and social proof, feel free to reach out to me. Click on the link below. This is Juan Ramirez, #1 Realtor here in Phoenix, Arizona, and I am out.